The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination. The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
I apologize for him.
See? Take a cue from your friend in the lesser tribe. Well, Clemar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Someone help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear, fight with pride, and we'll all have medals this time tomorrow!
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go!
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
Hey, did something happen? Wait, is that a fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die. I'm with you.
And we have a new ally. Hey, guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Metaphor ReFantazio. It is, what is today? May 5th? I think it's May 5th. In case you couldn't tell, there are days that you lose for travel in this game, and I've kind of just, like, lost track of the days, because it's how the game works sometimes. But Stroll, he's a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility. He is now our ally.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out. Okay?
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight of our mission, okay? I know. Be careful, our contact should be inside, and we just have to find him. You're running with such purpose. What was that you were talking about? You said something about your ally? Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside. I see. Well, whatever the case, this situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. The Northern Border Fort. Here we are. Can I open the menu now? No, it's still not what it should be. Okay, that's fine. What's happening in there? You can hear it ever so faintly, at least I can. And in we go. There's blood everywhere.
There it is. That's a human.
Stand your ground! Charging! Pursue!
We have to help the survivors. Oh. Damn it.
Damn, this is horrific. So many dead. Grius, I hope you're safe. There's no time to waste. If we look, we may find some that still draw breath. Well, this says deceased. That's not a good sign. No, none of them are breathing. Damn, we're too late. But there might be others. Let's keep searching. Can I check any? Oh, okay. Ah! You get back. We've got company. What's the deal with this one? It feels similar to that monster from earlier. It's smaller, but is that a human too? It looks like we're gonna have to fight it. Wait, if it's a human, do we even stand a chance? All the more reason we can't just let it be. Trust me, I have some history with them.
What do you think?
Besides, our only hope right now is to join forces and strike as one. Would you not agree? I agree. I'm glad you've still got your wits about you. With you here, we just might get through this.
Got it?
Look, we don't stand a chance against that thing if we attack it separately. We can only fight it if we work out a plan together.
Take care of it, please.
Understand? The two of us, working as one. I'll trust your judgment on the timing of the attack. Okay, squad battles. So, combat is interesting here. We can press triangle. It's kind of funny how in the tutorial it's Y, because it's the Xbox controller, but you can press triangle anytime, but if you use square attacks to stun enemies first, you'll start the battle with an advantage. Stay on the offensive by continuously attacking with square to deplete the enemy's break gauge that appears next to them, eventually stunning them. Okay, so you can, what, hold on, what button, I don't remember what button, how do I lock on? Okay, so this is how combat works out in the overworld. And I'm gonna be quiet because the music is super good.
It's okay. We can do this.
I love this battle theme. I did not have rapping Buddhist monk on my bingo card for this game, but it's so good. Okay, so how this combat works in the overworld is you can attack the enemies and they will attack you back. So if I press square over and over, there was a gauge next to its health bar that would slowly go down. If you get it all the way down, they'll be stunned, you can get the advantage. If they hit you even once, you get disadvantage, okay? So it's enemy advantage. You can roll with circle, the right face button, and that has just insane iframes. So if you ever see a sparkle coming from the enemy, you can press circle, roll, you're probably gonna dodge it. If you get advantage, the enemy is down to half health, and you can see that they're stunned. The amount of turns that they're stunned, you can see the turn icons up at the top. I've got 2 turns. It just depends on what you hit them with. I think it's semi-random. If the enemy gets advantage, they get a full turn. It is so important in Metaphor, way more than the Persona games, to start the battles with the advantage. It makes things significantly easier, and I can't tell you how many times I just immediately got wiped because I lost it was enemy advantage to start off. So you need to get advantage.
Let's go.
So I've got a bunch of different options here. Square is melee. God, the menus are so sick in this game. I love this game. I love Atlas UI stuff. It's really great. So I can melee with square. I'm gonna use Mage Fire. This is the igniter that I had. And you can see they recovered from stun. It is random-ish. Also, if you're playing on hard, enemy gets an extra turn icon, which is why Stroll is at half health now. Where are tactics here? Tactics? So I'm going to switch to auto battle tactics. Where? Oh, I guess I can't do it. I was gonna control Stroll, but I don't think I can do that just yet. That's something that usually gets unlocked a little bit later. But yes, the real-time combat portions. Oh, he also doesn't get any levels. Phew, we pulled through somehow. We're alive, and that's all I could ask. Let's press forward while we still can. But yes, the real-time combat portions in Metaphor are incredibly important. And I could have sworn it was L1. Hold on.
Be careful.
There's another one. There's a boss that this could get nasty. But we have the element of surprise. We can catch it off guard if we strike now, right? Yes. So if you sneak up and press square, it will immediately break the break gauge. Okay. It will deplete the break gauge. I could have sworn it was L1 to target. Maybe I unlocked that later, but if I go bop, see? Press triangle, and the transitions into battle are so good, man. Oh, they're so good. Now, if I go to L2, I can analyze this thing, and you have all of the different affinities that pop up there. Unlike Persona, you don't have to get all of them. Like, you don't have to, how do I say this? You don't have to test every affinity to get them all unlocked. As soon as you take down an enemy and end that battle, then you get all the affinities unlocked, which is really, really helpful. It's a lot less guessing, which is nice, and you can see Unscathed Triumph. If you finish a battle without taking any damage, you will get additional rewards. And I'm going through so many tutorial things. You can actually build your protagonist however you want, which is really cool. He's basically a blank slate character, which is appropriate, and because there's no personas, you do have more control over the stat spread for him. So you can, if you remember the first day, I answered to the recruitment, what was it? I've got a sharp mind. That gives me more magic, and you will get other points that level up. So you can see we got a point in strength. It should have been 3, and now it's up to 4. And we also have a point that we can distribute anywhere that we want. If you don't distribute it and you just move on, it will be saved for the next level up, but I don't think there's any reason to do that. And if you look at our mini-map, we've got a few things. There is a blue sparkle. Those are items that you can grab, which are very nice. That's 3 medicinal herbs. And you can see the yellow icon there as well. That is an enemy. So this is not a human, which is an interesting choice of words, but this is some type of dog, beast thing. And getting the advantage, feral hundo probably. And like Persona games and SMT games, SP, or in this case MP, is incredibly important to conserve as you go throughout a dungeon, even if it is the tutorial. He's still breathing, but he's badly wounded. Imelda, don't bloody touch me. I'm in a bad enough spot without you making it worse. That monster showing up was your fault, wasn't it? Bad luck follows you people. Of course this is how it ends. Damn it. Damn it all to bloody hell. And you can tell he's dead because his head isn't up anymore. You're so young, a fresh recruit. Get away from here now. The thing is up ahead. There's still more soldiers left alive, right? We can't just run and leave them. You're late. That monster can't. Just run away. Stay away from that thing. I know this is all seriously. Did I miss an item? I didn't. For some reason, I thought I missed one. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Nice squirrel brain going off there. Damn it. Damned Elda. I knew this fort was cursed. You're why that horror attacked. Hey. Calm down. It's not his fault that the human appeared. You must know that, surely. Everyone's dead. They all had families. Help me, Elda. I don't care anymore. I don't want to die. Damn it. There should be an item up here, because I can see it on the mini-map. I will say, mini-map is very helpful for a lot of different things. And I should need to go through this door, because that's where the glowy icon is taking me.
Hold on.
Wait. You two, you're perhaps searching for someone. I mean, if I say I can't answer that, then he's gonna know. I thought as much. Now it makes sense. Why hide this from me? I trust you have a good reason. Well, to tell you the truth...
What?
That cry, is it the human from earlier? I would assume so. Sounded like it came from the top of that tower. Maybe there are still soldiers fighting it there. We'll handle our personal matters later. Rescuing any survivors takes precedence. To the top of the tower.
Let's hurry.
Okay, well, I don't really think there are any survivors. I should be able to heal somehow. Okay, might as well explain this. This is the memorandum. This is basically your codex, and so much stuff gets unlocked. I've actually read every entry because I was curious one day and spent probably an hour reading everything. A lot of stuff unlocks here, and you can see it's at 8% right now. I will be getting everything just like how I normally do these playthroughs. It'll be 100%. I need to heal because I'm a little concerned. That should be good, and I definitely want to get the advantage on this human. I forgot to... I can't... Okay. So I think the L1 thing unlocks later, but that's fine. It's not a huge deal. I will explain it once we get there. And I really don't want to take more damage than I need to. This won't kill. It will kill. Okay. So that's a nice little unscathed triumph. Again, so we go from 20 to 30. So it looks like it's an extra 50%, which is nice, at least for that. I think I can drop down here. Yeah. So it's important to note, a lot of items hide behind boxes. You actually don't need to break them most of the time. You're welcome to. And it's kind of hard to see these dogs. That's fine. So I should note that if you've got enemies that are close together, occasionally they will show up in the fight together. I don't think it probably won't happen in the tutorial, but it's worth noting. And I got basically no bonus from that. Okay, that's fantastic. Hi-ya! But yes, I actually didn't know anything about Metaphor going into the game because I watched the first trailer once and then nothing else. So I was very surprised by the real-time combat, and I think it's a really great addition. I think it's a ton of fun, and it adds a lot of spice and variety to the usual, I'm gonna hit your weakness, and then that'll be it. So there are 2 enemies here. So the good thing about this, that's a crit. Okay, I should explain this a little bit. it kind of happened quickly, but you saw I got a critical, and the turn icon at the top, the little crystal thing, it shrunk, but it didn't disappear. So Metaphor uses the press turn system from the Mega 10 series. It's similar to the one mores from Persona, except instead of getting an extra turn, you'll get half of a turn. So if you get another one more, it'll consume that half icon. It's very similar. There are no all attacks, in case you couldn't tell. But it can make for some interesting combinations, which I will talk about later. So if you hit a critical, strike a weakness. Ooh, what's your weakness? No weaknesses. If you hit a weakness or get a crit, you will get a half turn icon. If it's a resistance, doesn't do anything. If a block or repel or absorb gets hit, you lose 2 turn icons, or you can potentially lose all of them, just depending on what happens. I'll talk more about that. I'm trying to preface as much as I can. There's a lot of going on in the combat system here. And as you can see, even though I hit this, was it a feral Hundo? It didn't recover from stun, so sometimes it can actually be good to wait a turn before trying to kill an enemy. Like, it can be beneficial to take a turn to guard so that they don't wake. Oh, it's the tooth. It's a tooth! Look at it! These are Homo Tenta. In case you couldn't tell, Homo is when Homo is when you fight a human. That's basically the prefix for them. But there are a lot of these little teeth guys running around. I think they're funny. They're kind of goofy looking, but you'll see them pop up here and there, and they don't do a huge much. I don't think they're like the treasure demons or the golden hands. They just kind of exist. It's kind of a humor thing. At least I don't think they give a ton of XP. It looked like it didn't there. Is this voice acted? The roof is just up ahead. Might I have a moment? Oh yes, let's talk before the demon human comes attack us. If I'm honest, I have my doubts there could be survivors. Facing that monster together may not even save anyone at this point. But I'm gonna do it anyway. It's a noble thing to do. Isn't that just throwing your life away? Why do this if it's possibly for nothing? If you've never watched my videos, I can't read. Because if there's a chance that there's even one survivor, then I'll not be the noble who runs away. Not this time. I could never live with myself. This time? Hey. And you? Do you plan to forge ahead despite the risk? I take it you refuse to die until you've found whoever it is you're searching for. I mean, I can't let you just die up there. But... I'm touched. Even in a situation like this, you worry more for others than yourself. If I run now, I'll never deliver the message, and the prince will die. We've got no choice but to press on.
I'm heading out.
Well then, lend me your strength. Here we go. Oh, why didn't you just open the door? Okay, let's go. Try not to do anything rash. Okay, here we go. Why didn't you just do this? We had this big... I hate it when games do this. I hate it.
Damn. Such tremendous power.
It's horrible! I can't believe what I'm seeing!
We can't let it get away with this! We have to hold it off somehow! Damned humans! It was all because of them!
We'll just have to make it work!
No. The mission depends on our survival. Alright, Homo Gorlio. I think we can take it! Look! 1 damage!
Vile monster! You're mine! Burn to ash!
I think we can take it. I think we can take it. I think we can just, like, tickle it to death. That seems like it's working.
What's going on? It didn't even flinch!
Damn it all! I'm not going down like this!
Alright, let's whack it. Okay, the whack did more damage. Don't use fire. It's okay, his does more damage. We can take it. With the power of... He's waiting to see what happens.
How is it this strong?
What more can I do? The prince is my best friend. I need to save him. I can't die in a place like this. And yet...
I'll distract it. You two, run!
But...
Above all else, I am a noble. And a noble defends his people. No matter the cost. Farewell. If you would repay me, then live. Wasn't enough.
No! Please, say something!
Stroll! Don't be a fool. Just run for it.
Oh, fate saddled child. Oh, anguished traveler. Thy fate is crown-twined, thy soul bound for the throne. The future yet unknown dawns in this moment. Thy path may fork, but only one may be chosen. Confront the threat before thee, or die here in obscurity. Now choose.
I choose.
So be it. Heroism lies in the soul that stands firm against its fears. Power awaits thy command. The time is come to awaken the hero within. Engrave thy very heart.
What the heck is going on? Anyway, we've got to find a way to fight back.
All right, first. Oh wait, this is wrong series. Okay, it was at this point where I was like, oh, this game is just fantasy Persona, except they changed the names of the skills. So Psych, this is not Garu, this is Psych. It does weak wind damage to one enemy, and we've got a shot. My own power doesn't even compare. What's more, it can use magic despite its lack of an igniter. Okay, we've got something going for us, and a good thing is we resist these wind skills.
Are you okay? If we don't push back, we're dead. Can't we fend off those attacks somehow?
Okay, so attacking weak points. Certain enemies are weak to certain affinities. After you've hit one of those weaknesses, the word weak will be displayed. Hitting an opponent's weakness or scoring a critical, I talked about this. It will decrease the turn icon by half instead of by 1. So you can see this human has a bunch of different body parts. You've got the chest, you've got the legs, and you've got a wing. I think it's said to attack the wing. We're gonna find out here. And if I hit it with a weakness, yes. Now, unlike the one more system, you can see it doesn't get knocked down. I can hit it for a weakness again, which will still do a good amount of damage, but since my turn icon is at half, it'll consume half of an icon, and it will be the enemy's turn. I get a spin slash, and I do need to hit the other spots. Again, if you're playing on hard, and I'm guessing on Regicide, enemies get an extra turn icon. Regicide may be 2, or it may also be 1. I've actually never played on Regicide, so I can't speak for that, which I just want to say, Regicide, amazing name for like the hardest difficulty level. If you don't know what that is, Regicide means killing royalty, which seems very appropriate for what we're working with right now.
It's eating its own fruit to heal? We can't kill it fast enough. It's just gonna fix itself up no matter what we do. Ick. I can't believe it.
But we can we can attack the apples, which is nice. They're not weak, which sucks. And we have Frenzied Wings, I resisted, and Notch Blade Spin. Okay. What do I do here? I guess I go for the apple? maybe that's what it wants me to do. It's been so long since I've done this fight, I don't really remember what it wants me to do. I'm definitely going to need to heal at some point.
We don't take out those apple things? I think we'll regret it. You know, maybe there's something I can do. Hey, can you let me handle this?
Okay, I forgot this gets introduced here. Yes, some fights you can send Gallica off to go do her own thing, and she can knock the apples down and prevent them from healing. So yes, please do that.
Leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance.
All right, I don't know how she can't turn a page in a book, but she can knock down apples from a human, but here we are. We're gonna suspend our disbelief for a second. But yes, welcome to Metaphor. And you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner, it's not just empty anymore. It says Seeker at the top, which is important and something we'll talk about later. But we don't have personas, and we don't rip off our masks or shoot ourselves in the face or break the tarot cards. No, we pull out our own heart. I thought that was the items one. Please don't kill me. My muscle memory is really not doing well right now. I think square is items for reload, is it? I can't remember. Why? I don't understand why. Ooh. I'm just gonna use a skill. How much does that give me? Oh, that's so much more. But this is something that I don't like about Atlas games. So, Reload, Royal, and Metaphor all have different controls. And I don't know why. Obviously, like, if you run with the left analog stick and you talk to people with X, but like in combat, all of the options are different, and it drives me insane because I go to play a different game and my muscle memory kicks in, and all of a sudden I attack when I try to use my persona. Or in the case of this game, we'll see it in a second, I have an archetype, yes. And you can see the archetype has a blue paint splatter, so you know that's the important one. That's where all of our big combat options come from. And with that, we have killed the human. And no unscathed tramp. We get Gorlio's apple. Do we really want that? Nah. We gotta level up, and I do want to keep doing magic, because magic is important, but I don't want to neglect the other ones. I'll give it put it in endurance. That'll be a good idea.
True power is born of the heart, a wish from which thy strength is drawn. Yet fear and anxiety always trail in such a wish's wake. Since time immemorial, those we call heroes have earned the title through this order. They pursued their wishes and boldly walked a path of virtue. What thou hast awakened is the true spirit of a hero. The power that lies dormant in all of us. The power to reforge the fear of the unknown into curiosity. If thou wouldst change the world by thine own hand, take this newfound power and venture forth. Thy journey shalt reveal thy soul's mission.
What was that voice? And you! What was that power you used? You had a metal heart, and your whole body was... It was crazy! Look, that Stroll guy is still alive!
I'll be damned. Someone actually survived.
That voice... Grius! Oh, thank goodness, you're alive!
Gallica, you made it.
He's our man on the inside, the one I'm delivering the message to.
He's badly hurt. You, boy, lend me your shoulder. We'll need to carry him. The smell of blood will draw out the beasts. Let's not hang about. The lad's out cold, but he'll live. We should be fine if we take a moment's rest here.
Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes, Grius. Just wish it were under better circumstances.
We're both alive, and you can't ask for much better in these parts. Sorry I couldn't join you in the fray. So, this is our newcomer, eh? How'd this boy manage to command power like that?
It's like nothing I've ever seen. Do you know anything about it?
I might. For now, the mission comes first.
Ah, right. I'd better just get straight to the message. Grius, you have a new mission. Avenge the king. And kill Luis Guillaburn.
Well, good. It's about damn time. Those scheming nobles haven't said so publicly, but every soldier knows it was nothing natural that killed the king. Damn that Luis. Couldn't stop at one royal, could he?
Wait, there's more. The prince is getting worse. We're running out of time. Here, look. I brought a treasure from the village. They called it a farsight mirror. You need to see the prince's condition for yourself.
Through the mirror lies the prince, deep in slumber in the hidden village.
His Highness won't last much longer. Those thorns are thick enough to claim him.
Luis cast the curse, so killing him is the only way to lift it. If we wait any longer, you're just gonna crown a new king.
Who's Luis?
Is that a real question? About 15 years ago, a child enlisted in the army. But it wasn't his age that had people talking. It was his ruthless military genius. Hero to some, monster to others. Luis Guillaburn, a prodigal tactician and a master of Magla arts. Some said it was only a matter of time before he made general. The youngest the nations had.
Until he attacked the prince.
That night, when the prince's quarters were breached, it was no ordinary mage who cast that fatal curse. It was Luis Guillaburn himself. But the son's death wasn't enough for him. Now he's got the father's blood on his hands. And if that king-slaying fiend ends up on the throne, we're all doomed.
But when we were exploring the royal capital, there were a lot more Luis supporters than I expected. How can they still trust him after all that?
Luis is cunning. He left no evidence. Accuse him as you will, the allegations wouldn't stick. All they could do was send him as far away as possible. A post in the middle of nowhere. Plenty of soldiers never believed the charges in the first place. When they look at him, they see a capable veteran unjustly made into the noble's scapegoat. Most think the Royal Army was at its best when he was in charge. And in truth, it's hard to deny. Without him, we'd never have crushed the rebel uprising so quickly. Damn the man. But he's earned his titles. He's mastered the blade, magic, and he's clearly intelligent. To the masses who want change, he seems the savior they need.
If even you're that worried about him, then this isn't going to be easy.
That's a hell of a mission. And I want in.
So that's your game, eh? Pretend to sleep, eavesdrop on the plan. You're a fool to give yourself away.
If you want my blood, then let your blade strike true. I'm not going to run. Not from you, and not from a chance to do what's right.
Look, Grius, he saved our lives back there. And it sounds like we could use the help. Seems like kind of a waste to kill him. Especially if he's volunteering.
Then answer me this. The boy's all but a stranger to you, yet you risk your life to save him. Why?
I would live, fight, and die a noble, sir. To have done otherwise would betray my title, to say nothing of my heart.
I'm losing my edge. Make me regret this, and I will slay you where you stand.
You'll let him help us?
Right then. My life and sword are yours.
As far as the rest of the world's concerned, you perished in that castle. You'll find the job ahead will be easier for a dead man. Your lives are kept only by the blades in your hands, and you'll raise them at my command.
We have to.
Alright, quest start. Save the prince from death's curse. Save the prince from the curse and defeat Luis Guillaburn, the treasonous fiend who not only attacked the prince, but murdered the king. We have an unknown deadline and a rank 7 diamonds out of 10. Let's go.
Luis will also be at the royal funeral. If we're not back to the capital by then, we lose our chance at his head. But no main roads. That'll mean checkpoints and questions. We're bound for a different route. We'll cut through the abandoned mine up ahead to save us going the long way round. For tonight, see to your wounds. We'll leave at first light. I'm counting on you.
And we have another new ally, Grius, the battle-hardened veteran.
Feels like the mission is finally starting. Let's set up our camp then.
Now, we should finally be able to get some rest. This your first deployment, boy? Thank your lucky stars you survived a brush with a human.
What the hell was that? It was like no beast I've ever seen.
No one truly knows. They're protected by Magla, so even the sharpest steel does little good against them. They're no simple beast. All we do know is with every passing year, more of their kind tear travelers apart. That was why I was first sent undercover here, investigating.
And? Did you learn anything?
Simmer down, boy. There wasn't a damn thing to be found on those monsters.
Ah.
Well, the moon's still low. If you've any other questions, now's the time.
I want to hear about the mission.
With numbers like this, a head-on assault would be suicide. Quick, covert assassinations are best bet. Kingslayer or no, Luis has a lot of public favor behind him. To the people, he's the only man with the wit and war power to bring down humans. The military seems powerless to stop them, so he plays savior. The man's practically a monster himself. By your age, he was not only a master tactician, but damn near an archmage besides.
And the three of us alone are supposed to stop him?
We'll just have to blend in with the crowd at the funeral. I won't abide him surviving the ceremony. He will die by my hand.
Fire should really keep the dangerous stuff away, I hope. Okay, before you do anything, if you're using this as a guide, this thing right here, this is a golden beetle. This is a collectible, and this is missable. We will never return to this area ever again. So if you want to get all of the golden beetles, you need to get it, and I would recommend it because there are good rewards for them. Hi, Stroll. Never in all my life have I witnessed anything like that power you used. Tell me, is it some sort of magic? No, I suppose it couldn't be. Not with the igniters we were supplied with, at least. Yours was broken in the commotion, besides. Incredible. If only I'd had that kind of power back then. Apologies. I'm just thinking out loud. Today's been a trying day for us both, so let's get some rest. Hi, Grius. You've done a fine job delivering that message, lad. It's finally time for us to act for His Highness. Ah, you want to ask about that power, don't you? I had a question of my own. You seem to know a great deal about the royal family. Before you infiltrated the army, who were you? Nothing but a mercenary. And yet, His Majesty gave me the honor of being His Highness the Prince's tutor in swordplay. The night of the attack, I was there.
I see.
Truly. That's incredible. Okay, I'm gonna save. So, what day is it? Is it the 5th? Yes, it is the 5th. Okay, so we are 4 days in! 4 days in. I can count. Numbers are hard. Your icon is still filled in. Okay. Well, you can see that little time clock thing icon. That means the next day will pass, or realistically, it means the next time slot will pass. Since it's nighttime, that means we go to the next day. So, I don't know if there's going to be more. If there is, go ahead and watch. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's more. I knew it. I shouldn't have said anything.
Can't sleep? Guess I'm not surprised after what we just went through. Still, you've got to keep yourself rested to be at your best.
I know, I will.
I wanted to tell you, though. When the human attacked, I heard a strange voice. It told me my duty would be to guide you. What do you think it meant? I mean, I haven't exactly been much of a guide so far. All I told you was that we had to deliver our message, and that almost got you killed. I never expected it would be this dangerous, and it feels kind of like it's my fault.
It's not your fault.
You say that, but look, I can't fight with you. But as long as you're up against all this scary stuff, I'll try to help however I can. You've got something special, you know. I don't know what it is just yet, but I believe in you. Oh, hey, you know what insomnia is good for? Catching up on reading. If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel. It's just war after war here, with Magla arts fueling the flames, but it's a nice fantasy. Enjoy it while you can. Good night.
Well, hello. Nice to meet you. I've been waiting. And now you've acquired a most interesting power. You truly are an intriguing one. Fascinating. In the moments where your heart is most gripped by the book, I can reach out to you. My name is Moore, and I am the humble author of the novel you've been reading. You stand now in my study. Quite something, isn't it? A hall of wisdom, purpose-built for the research of certain powers. I call it Akademeia. Alas, it's as much a prison as it is a library. His most merciful majesty saw fit to lock me in this place. It has me a bit addled, honestly. I no longer remember where in the kingdom my study actually lies. I never imagined my voice would reach beyond these walls, until you appeared. And now, by whatever strange forces are afoot, I can speak directly to your mind. So, what would you say to an alliance?
What kind of alliance?
There must be more you wish to know. For instance, the nature of this fascinating power you've awakened to. I believe you have found a way to wield true magic. You need no petty conduit of mortal make. You can even change your appearance using the raw magna within. It is above all a mystic, long-hidden art, now the stuff of legend. What I have come to call archetypes.
Archetypes?
A spirit of heroic virtue. A transformative power that manifests only in those who embody the heroes and kings of old in some core aspect. Heroes of antiquity are often depicted as near mythic figures, with forms transcending the mortal. These accounts are no mere allegory, but truth. However, none of my records describe anyone wielding such power as freely as you. Perhaps you are meant for not just proficiency, but mastery. In their truest form, archetypes represent the power of a true hero. One who can drive away calamity and evil in this world, no matter its form. Indulge me this request, and I believe my dream may yet be possible. Together, we can restore the kingdom's ideals. I shall gladly provide you knowledge and assistance to master your newfound power. So what say you? Will you take my hand in friendship?
Okay.
The bargain is struck then.
I hear a voice from somewhere.
The scholar in search of utopia, more. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
And we have a new bond! This is essentially social links or confidants in this game. It does give us new abilities. We can now study the Seeker once unlocked in Akademeia, and Bright-Eyed Student allows the party to change between archetypes once they are unlocked in Akademeia. I'll talk about these later, but very Vitruvian man right here. Can I move around? I can sense the heroic embodiment of the Seeker from Moore. Moore is the first of our followers. Yes, that's what they're called. Followers, people that support your quest as steadfast allies that you can grow closer to. Strengthening your bond with your followers will lead to unlocking various abilities that can change the shape of your journey. Moore is just the first of many, so keep an eye out.
We'll meet again, I'm sure. Here's to our joined path, and the thrills that yet lie ahead.